Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a Gold Mercy, I take it. Let's see how Scorcher is doing here. Certainly not usually our Mercy player. So, he's out here on the Mercy. He's got that Pharah. Maybe that's why we picked the Mercy in the first place. We see some Pharah. We see Anna as your support partner. Okay. And then a funky support line. What do we got here? You've got to ultimately figure... Oh, we're set for the appropriate rewind here. So, here you are. This I like you drop because you sense danger up there. Hear it. You would have wanted to peek this real quickly to see if there was a threat, to see if there's anything here. You just sort of trust that it's safe, which I don't love. Scorcher Mercy, exactly. You go there from the Sombra, which you'd have had a warning on that Sombra from the health pack being packed if you had, if you'd done your quick check there. But now you're going to have to get yourself out of here. You lost your Pharah, which is a problem, and you're just sort of walking around. This isn't really good. You actually want to create more distance so you can hit a bigger Guardian Angel, a faster Guardian Angel. When you're a bit further away, you'll go faster to get out of here. Good. You're keeping an eye out for your Pharah. You're totally checking over here, right? You're totally checking over here, knowing that that could happen again, knowing that there's very little other things for you to be concerned about over here, up here, that sort of thing. Like, that's what you're doing. I'd be pretty happy to get myself back up here with the super jump, but okay. Close the angle for the cover. Why? Sombra shooting you, that's annoying. Hey, you have a soldier. You swap to healing the soldier as the soldier gets down to about 30 health here. I'm totally good with that. Could have swapped a little bit earlier, but you can just stay right here. You've got the cart between you and the main group of the enemies. You've got cover between you and the Sombra. Just stay here. Just stay here. Why? Why are you Guardian Angeling? What is this for? Is this the, oh, things are happening, other people are pressing buttons, so I need to press buttons? No. If we're chilling, we'll just relax, be like, hey, let me pull out the lawn chair, sit here, the Kata staff can heal soldier, while I just sort of lounge here, that sort of thing. I don't need to let me Guardian here for the Kelly. That just gives Sombra more opportunity to shoot at you, the opponents more opportunity to shoot at you. We were just happy right here. Who's your E-boy in this game? I mean, I'd have to imagine it was the Pharah who's already swapped to Hanzo.
Right beside you.
Why do you stop short here? You're doing this. They're purple. That's annoying. You decide you want to go here. Totally fine with me. Let's get over here. Why would you cancel your Guardian Angel here? You're like, yes, I'm behind cover. My beam is in extendy range, whatever. You know what? I'm going to Guardian Angel. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to stop right here. What? You're going to stop here without Guardian Angel? No, no, no. Get over here. You're closer to a health pack. You've got some degree of cover to work around. Like, for sure, you go over here. You don't go, let me just stop here in the Zarya's laser beam between the Zarya, the Sombra, the Reinhardt. Like, this is exactly what you didn't want to do. You thought the team fight was lost? It's solo queue. Okay. Okay. You may have thought the team fight was lost, but, too many people are alive for you to just go, hands off the keyboard, I'll stop my Guardian in the middle. And if you really thought the team fight was lost, the correct answer is Guardian Angel, whee! And, the Pit of Doom can be your Guardian Angel. Why are the blinds open? Oh, are they? They're not really. They're not. The sun's just hitting them in a weird way, sorry. Stop the review. Scorcher solo queued as Mercy without an E-duo. Unacceptable, I know.
I'm taking care. You should be
Okay. So here you are. Right. And now Hanzo's good. And are you going to swap targets? Are you going to swap targets? No? And you're just gonna stand in the middle here rather than having retreated to like here where you had some cover. Okay, okay, I'll just be unhappy. Fine. Whoa now, don't be extreme, Blood. Don't be extreme.
Damage amplified. The battle continues.
Good.
Escorting the payload.
Damage boost engaged.
You're just tucked in here really close. Your team's not clearing high ground. At least you have a shield to dance with. But you're just in the middle of this fight, and I hate it. I hate it. Yuck. It's gross. Can we go back here with Hanzo? Can we go back here with Hanzo and just damage boost him? I know he let you down as Pharah, but you're just hanging out in the middle of the fight, and it's gross. Did you have your Valk the whole time? No.
Escorting the payload.
Damage boost engaged.
Can't res. We're walking into this. You can't make me. You can't make me walk into this.
Let me
This
get you
is
patched.
such a kill box that you're in the middle of. I refuse. Like, I flat out refuse. And if I'm going to, you're going to find me over here where I'm outside of it a little. I have a little cover. I can stick my beam into the place that my team is going to get run over. But I'm not just grouping on my team. That's you're not Lucio. You're not Brig. You're Mercy.
Damn.
You don't want to stack with a bunch of friends. Val has a duo, but it's a flexible player. Yeah, yeah. And if it was a Zen that you were just power boosting and the Zen was shredding, that could work.
I'm here.
You should be at peak performance levels.
Had a good trio going last night? Good, good.
I'm taking care.
Okay.
Damage amplified. Heroes never die.
Okay, so we do that. Uh-huh. You just gonna Valk into that? Really? So here you are. Nothing's going on. Team's sort of getting held up.
Damage amplified.
You're up 1.
Heroes never die.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
Right there.
Can't help him. Still fine. Just damage. Still damage. Get yourself cover. Why are you not using this? You do need to be aware of aerial cover as Mercy. Like, concealment is something, but guess what? You're not actually very concealed. Your wings are, a glowing beacon. Cover is your friend. And maybe you were worried if you hung out here, Sombra would hack you, but I'm just not. Okay.
Ich bin da.
We're not hitting the res? I'll hit the res. This fight is, like, in our favor. Plenty of power going on here. You can hit the res from your side of the barrier. The supercharge is going on, so your team's still fine pushing. You haven't completely wiped the enemy team. Yes, it's a one fight, but it'll allow your team to take better positioning, and this fight isn't 100% locked in. So let's hit our res.
Bin da. Don't stop now.
Oh, okay. Is there a scope right here? Is there a scope going on right here on your pistol that you're like, yeah, I got this. I can see, I can outsnipe this Ana. Yeah, this is a good range to be using a pistol versus a rifle. It's not. There's some games where pistols would have scopes and they'd be OP and they'd be great for this. This, not really. Like, yes, your team should overwhelm her and just beat her, so you'll probably be fine. But they're not on top of her yet, and nothing actually says they're going to challenge her right now. Maybe more important to damage boost than to get the res, even if it's safe. So it's more important to get the eliminations than it would be to get the res. Yes, but if you get the res, you actually are going to more. I think you're going to get the eliminations either way, assuming you don't throw, and especially with the supercharger going. And I would rather have the person up so that we can sort of set up a more aggressive forward hold that's harder for them to rotate back into, because we're only missing the single person there. So getting the single person back rather than having something where like 3 of them are back by the time our person is back and our person shows up here and we're not really set up for the fight. I'd kind of like my Reinhardt to have time to set up to pre-cover this or to pre-cover this. That's pretty useful. And I think we were going to get this cleanup anyways. Okay, so we're here. You're having your little pistol fight. I don't love this. I don't necessarily mind you putting more pistol damage into them while your team is already on them, for example. Or if they're not looking at you. But this, Ana was clearly already willing to fight you when you pulled out the pistol. And the only places you can go are Guardian Angels. This isn't really right. Isn't Mercy a projectile with no fall-off? Though she is, and she's playing into an Ana who will be moving slowly because she's hard-scoped. The Ana could fix that at any time by unhard-scoping, going behind cover, that sort of thing. But, like, let's be serious here. This is still a much more precise rifle that we're dealing with at this distance.
Damage boost engaged.
And we swapped into the pistol after they'd already tagged us once. Gildana probably can't aim, don't need to show respect.
Your
Maybe.
Damage amplified.
That Widow isn't in his position yet. So, like, I get the desire to go, hey, let me damage boost the Widow. She's a good damage boost target, and she would be if she was actually in a position to do anything. She's not your best target right now because she's not aggressive yet. Uh-huh. What's Reinhardt doing for you? What's Reinhardt doing? What are you doing? This has been like a useless last 6 seconds that you've had. And you might be like, but there weren't any enemies to deal with. No, there were. There were people that you could get on that were more useful than damage boosting a Widow that had no position. Honestly, in that position, I'd have rather held heal beam on Widow because like she's more likely to get hit than to take any meaningful shot on anything.
Let's get you back out there.
Doubting your glocking abilities? Darn straight. Calling Scorcher a Goldie girl. Okay. I see how it's gonna be. It's the play. You're coming down here. This is fine. Soldier's the right boost. You didn't really need to swap to healing there, but I understand why you did. I don't need to Guardian over to her yet. I'm actually pretty happy just continuing to slow fall and boosting my soldier here. I do want to make sure this Reinhardt actually goes down. And while I see that Azari is coming and is eventually going to be a threat for the Ana here, or maybe this is going to be a threat, Ana's not really in danger yet. I'm going to stay here. I can Guardian later. I definitely am not Guardianing over to my Ana for the sake of damage boosting her. Just not worth. You'd have to respect me when I start poking a Mercy. Ah.
Not good. Enemy reviving. Heilstrahl aktiviert.
Aim isn't that hard to get. You can see people with fairly good aim even in silver and bronze. You can. And in diamond, you'll start to find people with flat out great aim and nothing else. But yes, you can find people with pretty good aim and not much else in silver and gold. Not terribly frequently, though. So, here we were. You're doing that. You're healing the soldier for reasons. We're into the damage boost. He gets slept, so you're going to hold the heal. This is right. I might want to have known what your exit plan was. Die? Was getting eliminated your exit plan? Oh, winning was your exit plan. Okay. I would have liked to know that you knew who you were going to retreat to. There was no reason to put yourself in a situation where you actually risked losing here. Like, hey, you did what you did. As soon as she hits you with that, knocks you down to 70 health, we probably just Guardian Angel ourselves over to here. Like, look how safe the rest of this was. And this is the second time you've put yourself in a, no, I'm going to win this fight thing. You did it back over here. You did it over here. Both times with Deanna, I'm going to win this fight when your team is already massively ahead in the fight, and you're just creating an opportunity to, oops, you get eliminated, and then sure, your team is still going to win, probably, even if you get eliminated, but you get to set up for the next fight less aggressively. We don't want a fair fight just because we're ahead. In fact, if we're ahead, that's even less reason to have a fair fight. Did you just call me out with that diamond comment? I wasn't thinking of you specifically there, Adam, but I suppose I could have been. I was actually more thinking of, you will find like Widow headshot only lobbies where, so, you know, you've seen the diamond 3k flat Widow that's just been grinding it, and not because of decay, but just they, you know, are roughly 3k flat, and they've been grinding Widow headshot only for months, and then they've been grinding deathmatch or whatever the case is for months, and then you're like, wait, what? Play the game, dude. Play the game. Or they've got nothing else beyond it because their practice routine, they thought the game was all about aim, and that's what they worked on.
No one can hide from sight.
Don't get me wrong, working on aim is still
Never
good.
die.
I see. I see.
Right beside me. Let me get you patched up.
I mean, I could review this the correct way and say, hey, this was a little foolish in the first place. Didn't really make sense to go here. Whatever. You know, you wanted to deny the res, maybe. Whatever, I'll deal with it. This Valk makes 0 sense. If you're going to get aggressive with this, if you were going to Valk because you were worried about her rounding the corner on you, makes a little more sense. But again, you should have just left earlier. Definitely doesn't make sense to push around with less than 50 HP. But if we're going to be less serious, it's on. We're in battle mercy mode. Okay, so in we go. We're going for that. We immediately see that there's going to be a little bit of a problem with this bear. So we've got to get some height. But we'd like to shield break them because we can't hurt anyone while closing distance in such a way that they can't heal. Because if they can't, that they can't hit us, because we don't want them hurting us. We're already weak. We've got to make sure nothing happens. So this advance is going to have to be from a place of, let's angle like this so that we're shooting at them, we're putting our good pressure on them, or even angle up like this, but we want to be drifting a little left so that we have this pillar that we can use as cover. If we can go vertical enough to finish off that mercy, yes, excellent. That's what we want to do with our very not serious mercy play. But you're not going vertical fast enough, and if you are going vertical, you want to go vertical left, like we said here. So that's not going to work. And now you go here, and you realize the jig is up. But hey, I get it. The jig is up. This sucks. They've managed to heal out. So what can you do? How can you still get value? Well, you're in trouble. Because if this soldier is good, he can just eliminate you before you can get to any sort of cover option. So you wanted to be closer to this so that you had it to quickly duck bind. But now that you're here, this is going to be your new place. And you're going to go, hey, I'm bothering you from here. I have cover to work with. You have this awkward thing where you've got to come like all the way out here and potentially be vulnerable to my buddies Soldier and Widow. Like, I'm going to establish this third angle and I'm going to crush you. This, you're annoying, but you're purely counting on the hit scan's ability to not aim. And, you know, that's not really going to cut it. And while we're talking about our hit scan's ability, their hit scan's ability to not aim here, yeah, the movement's okay. The movement's okay. Get yourself a little stuck in the wall there. That's a little too far of a drift at the end there in terms of you do too much of a drift in this direction. You do the pause, which is good, but it's still a pretty long drift afterwards before you hit the directional switch. Okay, okay.
I'm out of here. Let me get you patched up.
So, you're helping out your Widow. Great. Gotta make sure she wins. Gotta make sure she wins. Duck behind this. You don't care about her anymore. You were willing to help her, not at the extent of your own life.
Damage.
Wait, why are we dropping? Okay, your widow did the job. Your soldier did the job. We're great. Why are we ducking back? No one's gonna mess with your... Oh, because the Reinhardt's the only one left. Fine, fine. Yes, yes, why? Why? Walk on him. He's purple. He's terrified of you. Come on, if you're gonna meme it up, you gotta meme it up. Like, that's a purple Reinhardt. He got slept, he got purpled. He's gonna get bullied by the supports. You're gonna go, yeah, we've got this angle. We like it. Uh-huh. What are we backing out for? Damage boosting Ana doesn't do anything. Damage boosting Ana is worthless. I mean, it's not actually worthless, but like, no. Like, boom, 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 boom. You know, this was more interesting for sure.
Where does it hurt?
You're here to learn how to play Mercy? I see. Oh, look, the Reinhardt's purple again. Probably don't Guardian Angel into the melee heroes. The Rein Zarya, those are brawl heroes. Cool. Again, this wouldn't be like... It's not the worst thing in the world to skip this res. I don't actually hate skipping this res, but your respawn is pretty far. I'd probably hit this. I'd probably say hit this because it's going to let you set up more aggressively. These guys are almost back. They're almost able to do work. I'm probably going to say hit that. Fine. Great.
Ich kümmere mich um dich.
Well, that sucks. Mercy one trick pony, more ego than many DPS players. It's true. No comment. Okay, so here you are. They get eliminated. It's, you know, whatever. We'll just have to deal. The Glock comes out. Yeah. Glock would have actually come out immediately here. I know that's wild, but the Glock actually would have come out immediately because you knew you were locked into a bad situation. So this happens. You Guardian Angel. Your Guardian Angel is on cooldown. You do not have your Guardian Angel, and your Widow just got eliminated. Your only defense is to shoot at this Sombra. So this Glock should be out instantly because she did not use her hack to take down your Widow, and you saw that she didn't use her hack to take down your Widow. So you should already be swapping. By the time you swap, your Guardian was back and you should have pressed the Guardian button. Like, this should have been a, okay, I'm pressing the Guardian button. I'm going to try to Guardian Angel with a little hop and get myself over here. Like, that should be what's on the plate here. But before that, you should have already been swapping to your weapon in case you needed it to interrupt a hack, for example. Sure.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Oh. Well, hold on. What's this?
Apagando las luces.
Yeah, we hit our res.
Back in the fight.
We've got our pistol. We've decided that we're going to be silly here, which, hey, I get it. So if we're going to be silly, we're going to cancel our Guardian Angel about here and just start popping headshots, right? That's what's going to happen. What is this? If we're stopping our Guardian Angel here, why are we pulling our staff back out? You don't get some, like, bow, staff, combat type thing of let me hit them again, combo them. Like, this isn't Soul Calibur. That's not going to work for you. So keep the pistol out. You canceled your Guardian Angel here. If you're canceling your Guardian Angel here, you needed to keep the Glock out and start pumping headshots. Like, that was clearly what you were going to do. It's wrong. This isn't where you should have been. You should have gone, hey, I'll Guardian Angel past this. I'll play from here. Maybe then on my next Guardian, I'll go up here. But, like, if that's what we're going to do, if we're going to meme it up, we got to optimize our meming.
You needed a doctor? The payload has reached the checkpoint.
We out of ammo? Oh, it's the ammo that does it. So you hit the res. Oh, I see. You hit this situation because you got ammo locked. Yeah, you needed to swap to your staff for your res. If you'd been on your staff during the res, you'd have had your reload. And you did enough weapon swaps to get it. You just kept interrupting your hidden reload.
You needed a doctor?
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Your support has arrived.
APM too low. Okay. Yeah, there you go. You found a good choke to spam. Why are we leaving? We had her on the ropes. We were about to take down the heavyweight champion. It was the heavyweight weightlifting champion. But we were about to take out the heavyweight champion. She's clearly in trouble. You can see your teammate through there. You've got a good pincer going on here. This Zarya's uncomfortable. You can continue to spam this. You've got 5 shots left in your clip. What are you doing? No. We're letting them leave? Oh, disappointing. Like, actually, seriously, it was silly to be up here and start shooting in the first place to a degree. But, like, now that you're in this situation, you should actually be pressing W. There is a Mercy behind her, but you have a Reinhardt and a soldier, and you could at least tell that you had the Reinhardt that was here, and you saw how weak she got, and she definitely didn't get that weak from just you shooting at her. So you definitely had friends. Stop ending meme fights early. Gold for the memes, Mercy. You know what? Let's do it. I agree. That is a better title. You might not have seen the Rhine, but did you, like, A, you should have seen the Rhine, and B, if we look at this, that's a full health Zarya. You're just not hitting. That Zarya has, like, a 3rd health. That wasn't just from you. That wasn't just from you, and you might be thinking, oh yeah, it's because my teammates from here hit them. Yeah, maybe, but you have damage coming in from over here for sure. Too focused on accuracy? Are we in front of our team staring backwards? That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Okay, we've got ourselves a Widow up over there. That's where we're gonna go, right? No. Oh.
Damage increase.
Sure. What are we wasting shots on?
Enemies re-engaging.
This isn't where you want to be. This isn't where you want to be at all. You could be up here being silly aggressive with your Widow. I kind of like the being silly aggressive with your Widow. You could chase down the ball a little bit that you knew was over here. I mean, obviously, these, you know, the Widow is the much better choice. Going to your Rhine was nothing.
I'm taking care of you.
Check on your Widow.
Right beside you.
You're healing her, but you want to look a little more this way to have a bigger idea of the threat so you know how to drift with your slow fall to protect yourself against the incoming fire. Cool. Healing her is right until you've got the sleep. Good effort. You timed that well. You damage boosted her shot, and then you went for the Amelia when you knew she'd be on shot lockout. If she was going to nade, you potentially missed damage boosting the nade there, which is a net loss, but she didn't end up nading, so we'll take it.
Your support
Hey.
has arrived.
Super jump? That's not a super jump. You're going to go for the res instead. Fine.
This is
I
not
figured
the
you were
end.
going to super jump to tuck yourself in here, and then on your next Guardian, go help your buddy out over there. Which I'd have liked, but we'll take the res instead.
Payload is
Огонь по готовности.
Come here and get tactical visor activated.
This fight was really lost, honestly, when you guys didn't win this here. Your Widow was trying for this, and you didn't help her, and that's kind of... Like, if we're being serious, that's where that goes wrong. Now, you're still going to be okay, because Brute Force, maybe. Yeah, Brute Force is going to be good. And you'll Valk.
Heroes never die. Healing stream engaged.
Sure. Lots of blue beam. Where's your aerial cover? Like, you're just floating around here. I hope you don't get hacked. I hope you don't get shot. Are you going to play a little more over here? Are you going to play a little more over here with aerial cover? That gives you all the same stuff, but is less bad.
Damage increase. The battle continues.
Now, I will accept arguments of no temporal. I'm intentionally playing away from cover because at this point in the game, I've realized that their soldier can't hit me, but will try, and that just relieves pressure off my teammates. At this point in the game, I will accept arguments of that. That is not something that I'd have accepted at the beginning of the game, and it's not something that you'd go, oh yes, this is my standard. But yes, you can go, I'm like 99% sure that this soldier can't get me, but he's going to try, which is great. So I'm tanking for my team by doing this, and it actually has some value. Are you gonna have cover now? Okay. No res available.
You should be at peak performance.
Okay.
I'm taking care
Your
of
weaving isn't quite right with the seal the damage. You're never gonna get this res, don't worry about it. And this fight again is pretty over. You don't have control of left, you don't have anyone alive who can get control of left. This isn't happening. No, no.
60 seconds remaining.
Don't get me wrong, I would love for Genji to get rid of this ball. I would. I'm kind of okay with that, but I really am going to heal the Orisa. I know she has a barrier, but she's hacked. She's got a Sombra working on her. I'm going to go for the Orisa.
I've got you.
Okay, fine, works out. You hear Sombra, you duck. Good, Genji's your friend.
Damage boost engaged.
Okay.
Heroes never die.
So this was fine. I can live with this as well, but I'm actually still more worried about my Genji than these guys. Like, I can damage boost these guys, but while damage boosting them, I instantly want to turn and look and check on how my Genji's doing in case I need to swap targets.
Verdammt.
That's not really instant. Aerial cover. Res. Okay. No, not happening. You're trying.
Remaining.
Uh-huh.
Out of time.
Excuse me? Excuse me? You gotta go back to, like, boot camp.
Running
Yeah, you don't get caught in the grab, but you can't really heal them anymore either because your Valk is over. You see these guys. Control his movement. We're going to slow this down. You control this soldier's movement. You shoot at him to force him to go left. You shoot at him to force him to go left. He was always going to go left. He was always going to go left. Why are you trying to catch up with him? You need to lead your shots. These are projectiles.
Coming at you. Group up with me.
Nothing. Nothing there. And you have generous hitboxes on your pellets as mercy. This didn't need to be like this. You can look at this. I'm not just going to be like, oh, you have bad aim, but like, we look at this. Okay. Soldier's already running left for you. So let's adjust. Let's hit our flick. Let's hit our flick and go here and then keep shooting in this direction until either we hit a couple shots or until it looks like he's going to get here. And then if he starts to adjust back, we can flick past again. These are projectiles. We can do this. Hit your flicks. I want to see some flicking. Okay, flick back. No, he's getting you by standing still. No. Doesn't work.
Thank you.
What's going on, guys? Everyone's opinion on the ping system? I still need to watch the video. Well, there is no video on it. I would like to have a video on it, but people keep reaching out to me for VOD reviews, which is fine. I may still get one of those out today on the ping system and maybe on the brief contenders update, but I don't have a video out on the ping system quite yet. It's cool that it's cool in itself, but it doesn't make me excited for Overwatch 2. I don't know that I love it being as sticky as it is, the ping system, but we'll see. You're trying to die for last fight. Ah. Autopilot since there was no way of killing him. Okay. Okay.
This is not the end. Damage boost.
Why are you
engaged.
here? Last fight.
Not the end.
You're damage boosting your diva. Why are you going in? I don't need you on cart. I don't want you on cart. You could reach your diva just fine from back here. You just res someone and knew that there'd be someone for you to damage boost for even more value in a moment. Why are you going in?
Damage boost engaged.
You can't make me. You can't make me. Sure.
Where does it hurt?
Close the angle? I'd have said just close the angle. This is too much of a risk. You go up here, and you set yourself up. You're just dancing in the open rather than using the cover. This is the cover. And then you just go, oh, hey, he's missing shots. I guess I'll go into the fight. I don't want to go into this fight at all. I don't want to go into this fight. If anywhere, I want to get myself right, like here-ish, where I can dance a little bit better on stuff. Maybe here-ish, probably here-ish, where I can dance on stuff a little bit better. You want to be able to reach into the fight that's happening as Mercy. You don't want to be in the middle of it yourself. You could reach into it with your beam if everyone's in the fight, or you could beam someone who's outside the fight. But you don't want to be in the middle of brawly fights yourself. Just like a Zen or an Anna doesn't really want to be on the cart when this cart fight is happening, when you're in these, overtime must contest type situations, you want someone else to do that because the opponents have to win the fight, keep someone on cart at basically all times, and they probably also have to eliminate you because, let's be honest, Lucio's the other support right now, doesn't really matter. So they have to go, hey, we need to have someone on the cart, and we less have to, but also it's going to be very helpful to remove you from the fight. Don't let them have both win conditions at once. Like, someone has to fight on cart, but your diva's doing it. Great, no problem. Then the way I'm going to win this fight is ideally I'm going to, damage boost my soldier. If I have to go, hey, heal beam into diva, so be it, but my idea would be damage boost the soldier, not go into the fight yourself. Back out, back out, back out. Why are you staying in? Your beam will stretch. Why? Why are you in here?
You needed a doctor. I could use some assistance.
You're not actually going to win a fight against Moira. Yeah. The Hero of the Storm ping system? Yeah, but Hero of the Storm is like a top-down game. It's different than Overwatch.
I must go where I'm needed.
Overwatch, like, accepts that it doesn't give you perfect information. You don't get a map with a radar on it that's, doing enemies like that. You can see your teammates through walls, but you actually have a UI that gives you somewhat limited information, and that's sort of been part of the game, part of the skill. When you press tab, don't get to see your enemy's ult percentage, things like that. Out of context quote, Lucio doesn't matter, 2022.
Score
Was it out of context?
0-2. Switching sides.
Heroes of the Storm is a different game than Overwatch. Temporal 2022. There you go. It's true. It's true.
Match.
Okay. So you're too much in the middle of fights. You're too much in the middle of fights as Mercy if we're being serious. If we're being less serious, we've got some reload stuff to handle with our... Let's go. We have some cover usage to think about. We have some why are you bailing out on fights that you can win stuff. But if we're being serious, you're too much in the middle of fights. You're treating her like she's a brawl hero when she's really not. She wants to be on the outworking end.
Barrier activated.
Your support has arrived.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Damage increase.
Stop the payload.
Damage boosting the Hanzo. We like it. Just stay on him. And the 4 deaths that first round, though. Why are you saying that like that's a low number? You're on a hypermobile character. I don't mind that you had 4 deaths. 4 deaths could be a perfectly reasonable number for an attack phase, but like, you know, you look at that and, well, let's see. That first round was what? Less than 10 minutes, and okay, 4 deaths per 10. It's an okay number. It's not amazing. Okay. We don't really judge heavy based off of stats. We judge off of what made sense, and there's a good reason for that, because sometimes it does make sense to die with the team, that sort of thing. But you were in fights, and you were in fights in messy situations where you were takedownable.
Damage boost engaged. Let's get you back out there.
Hey, I don't... Why did we go to Anna? Anna's not in danger. Hanzo's right there. So we're just going to Guardian to Hanzo. We'll stop short so that we're still behind cover. We know that we're relatively safe because Orissa's forward and Soldier's holding this. If we go here, Soldier's holding this, so we shouldn't instantly get eliminated. We can damage boost Hanzo, and then we can transition back up to Soldier. Or if we're in danger back here on our next Guardian, we can go out to Anna. Why are we going to Anna first, though? Anna is just not a very good target for us to be on. I don't have much desire to be on Anna. They actually had taken more left than I'd expected. You might have been a little vulnerable if you'd gone in. Okay. Oh, look, Soldier. Soldier has himself a pretty good spot. Who on your team has the most aggressive positioning? It's Soldier by far. Are you safe enough if you take that aggressive positioning with him? Well, yeah. It's not perfect, but the answer is yes. And you're going to allow him to do so much work from here? What if I'm proud of it? Doomfist main? Okay, there you go. Doomfist main. Different number.
Where does it hurt?
Yeah, stats still... I mean, win rate is a bit of a different stat than the other stuff. The thing is win the game. So if you go, oh, win rate is this, that's a little different. I said win rate's not everything either, because, you know, your win rate was this, okay, but your win rate was that at what SR?
Where does it hurt?
Okay,
Not good.
it's fine.
Just a scratch. You'll be fine.
I'm taking care of you.
Sure. You can bail her out, but you do need to figure out what your exit plan is. This is not good. You can't stay here. What's your exit plan? What's your exit plan? Interesting. Force your way up to Valk. Force your way up to Valk. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Your overall comp win rate on this account is 37%. You're going places, Scorcher. You are going places.
A speedy recovery.
This unicorn cat is going somewhere. Okay.
Damage boost engaged. Where does it hurt? Heroes never die.
So.
Where does it hurt? Heroes never
I can
die.
live with this Valk. It's not amazing. This Valk is like a Valk to put your team in this fight because clearly they're struggling to get in, rather than a Valk to put you ahead in an even fight. But it should successfully put you in the fight, and you probably were going to just lose the fight if you didn't put something in. So I can live with it, but I then want to use it well. I want to not just go, oh, let me get shot up by the opponents. I don't want to be stacked on my team. I don't. I want to be somewhere like over here where I can see my teammates. When I'm in the middle of my team, it's actually quite a bit harder to
Heroes
see
never die.
who I want to pick for beams. Like, I can't really see from here. It's such a big turn. How do I click on Orisa versus Hanzo versus Anna? That's so awkward. If I'm over here, oh, cool. It's easier to pick my targets. Like, distance makes it easier to pick between things like that, especially when you have a little auto-aim assist, which Mercy does with her range. Fine, it's over.
Good choice.
We make a great team.
The
I didn't say your
payload
win rate
has reached
sucks.
the checkpoint.
Saddle up.
I said the SR that the win rate is at does have some influence on how, you know, good or bad a win rate is. Or how meaningful it is.
Get them off me.
Heal up.
You needed a doctor?
Okay. Sure, he's good. We're good, but why did we stop short?
Damage in.
You're here. Aggressive Cassidy? Okay. Aggressive Cassidy, fine. Let's Guardian Angel up to here. We still want this. We're going to have to use this to pick whether we're blocking from the soldier or blocking from them. But we can try. We can decide that this is something we're going to enforce. And the thing is, if we lose him, we're probably losing this team fight, this hold anyways. Like, if he dies and you die with him, it's not really the end of the world because you're not going to get back into this unless he lives. Like, you're going to be delayed the same amount.
Team up for
Okay. No one has good positioning for you to use.
Let's get you back out there. I'm with you.
Better, better. Cover, cover. Cover's really cool. See this cover? You don't have to look at enemies to influence them because you can hide behind cover while damage boosting someone that can shoot them without you having to see them. It's pretty cool.
Don't stop now.
Your Doom deaths per 10 is only 9.94 this season. Not that bad if I do say so myself. Okay, okay. Can't even get to 26 per 10 at this pointing.
lethal force authorized.
Pawns at Crusade.
Here you are. He has good, aggressive enough positioning. Sure. I get it, but your Cassidy was actually going to do more cleanup here than your Reinhardt. Like, I get the desire to go, oh, my Reinhardt just did work, hit a nice shatter, but your Cassidy is rotating over to the bridge, and targets got knocked down. He's for sure going to do good damage. I don't need to, like, please don't leave your Cassidy. No, 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 no! Three shots. I can't help him. He's choosing to shoot at the bubbled Zarya rather than at the downed Reinhardt who can't get above line. Okay.
Visor activated.
Good.
Resistance neutralized.
You kept yourself in reasonable positioning here.
You needed a doctor?
Don't stay here. Don't just walk across like that. Mercy basically doesn't walk.
Damage increase.
Like, I know that seems silly, but I'm basically not going to walk across that opening. I'm not. I'm going to go, Guardian Angel past it, that sort of thing. And, oh, but there's a Sombra here. Oh, that's scary. Cool. I Guardian Angeled myself to a corner that I can dance on, whatever. I did not walk myself across. If I walk myself across like this, bad people, bad enemies shoot at you as you're walking across, as you don't like it. And then you're also in this situation where they start shooting at you, so you go giddy up and you Guardian, but now you're too close to your Cassidy, and your Guardian's like, and it's slow and barely moves you and doesn't do anything. And now you're out your cooldown and are still in danger. Whereas if you'd just been like, oh no, I'm going to Guardian from here. Okay, cool, did that. And I finished my Guardian in a place with cover. And I can dance on that with my walking.
You needed a doctor? Your support has arrived.
Okay, the front line, eh? Okay. If Soldier had a better spot, like, I don't mind you being forward as long as forward with an angle. This isn't really that.
Damage boost engaged.
Oh boy. Yellow to DPS to take a real spot.
Healing stream engaged.
Yellow to DPS to actually play the game. I hate that Anna is the only one who has positioning right now. Yuck. Okay, good.
You should be at
We'll use this as cover. And your soldier worked his way up, but you can't go up there during that. Okay, So you do need to get yourself up to the soldier.
Where does it hurt?
You're gonna pocket the electric cowboy instead. Fine.
Verstärkt.
Sure. Okay. Unfortunate. Perhaps not the best spy checking weapon in the world. Huh. So, I think you forget that you don't have shots here, and you do have Guardian here. You want to already be zooming out of here. Oh. She hacked you? Great. Doesn't matter. You're already going like this. You're already guardianing over to your Anna, and hey, you're fine. And you're shooting at her while you're guardianing over, but you're guardianing over first. I'm definitely in this reload, not just staying here trying to complete my reload. There's no way I'm doing that. Okay.
Damage increase.
Eating the fire strikes, I see. Sure.
I've got you in my
Okay.
sights.
Okay. I don't consider that a good grab, but it won the fight, so we'll take it on their part.
Good as new.
Okay. You've got Valk. You can retake with Valk. Just don't rush it. Plenty of time.
Let me get you covered.
Do the best you can to keep them alive.
Good choice.
Healing stream engaged.
Okay. And we're gonna Valk into this. Valk.
Heroes never die.
Every tactical
Cover.
visor
Aerial cover.
Right beside you.
Man. How easy would it have been to play around here? Have yourself still a good angle, good cover options. You can take cover against them. You can go up here to take cover against them. This is still pretty good. Sure.
You should be at peak performance levels. Let's get you back out there.
Let me show you how it's
Okay. Duel of the Century. Why are you swapping weapons again? Because you decided to do it this way. What is this? You coward! You coward! What happened to our Mimi Mercy? Both the DPS just died to cover against what? So we'll go back to it.
Heroes never die.
The Sigma, the Moira, the Anna. I mean, those can all still hit you.
every tactical visor activated.
Right beside you.
And you form good habits because you form good habits. Like, yes, if you consciously went, the DPS aren't there, so I'll go somewhere else instead that allows me to get more value done, that's fine, but you didn't get more value by not being here, and you sort of would default be setting your habits. And you don't want your habits to be so predictable that they're exploitable, but
Performance levels.
kind of do.
Let's get you back out there.
Let me show you how it's done. Let me show you how it's done.
Like, you're gonna feel awfully silly if you get slapped in Valk. Okay.
Heilstrahl aktiviert.
Good.
I'm here. Verdammt. Damage amplified. Healing stream engaged. Ich bin da.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
Nano boost is ready to deploy.
60 seconds.
Performance level.
Sure. Yeah, you can heal Reinhardt. Now you go up in damage boost. Back on Reinhardt. Back on Cassidy. I don't really care that much about the Orisa. She's missing health, but she's not in the threat range of the enemy.
Let me
I
get
cared
you
a lot
patched
more about Cassidy there. So here you are. You're doing this. Doing that. Oh, I care about her now. She's fighting the Orisa for me. Sure, no problem. I'm gonna not heal her. I'm not. She's still perfectly fine. Even once she runs out of Fortify, she's perfectly fine. No enemies can shoot at her. I'm much more worried about my Cassidy that was going into danger. Close enough.
Damage increased.
They deserve nothing but a simple melee. I see. Hey, Monty.
Apagando las luces.
Sure, you can help out the Orisa. You can line of sight if you have to. Wait, you heard the hack and you didn't react? Okay. Ideally, you'd be aware of your soldier and you'd transition back to them now. Good.
Your support has arrived.
We almost got this. Don't shoot up.
Yeah, he's not getting caught by EMPs. That is good.
Step right.
Okay.
Where does it hurt?
You don't need to jump to him. You're going to jump to him. That's fine.
Put it on my tab.
Generally good to jump to high noons. It's just that was a particular one where he was pretty in the open and you didn't have to go there. And you just pop the belt because. No? Okay.
You needed a doctor.
If we can get a stagger off the Valk, it's totally worth it.
You should be at peak.
There you go.
Heroes never die.
Good. There you go. That's your Sombra elimination as far as I'm concerned.
Wo tut's jetzt weh?
You got the translocator. That might as well be the Sombra elim. There you go.
I make quick work.
I suppose it makes sense that you'd have experience hunting down translocators, and, well, not hunting down, but taking out translocators on site and dodging EMPs with a lot of Doomfist play. Your natural predator there that you're around to punish. Okay, so looking at this, if we're serious about this, if we're thinking about, hey, what does your Mercy need to do? You do want to do a better job of not being in the middle of the fight. Guardian Angel past. Don't stop short in the middle of it. Like, you know, Guardian Angel from outside the fight to outside the fight. Or Guardian Angel in to stay in beam range, but then still stop short before you're in the middle, the clumpy part of the fight. You want to either be on the outside sending your beam in, or even better, you don't want to be in the fight at all. You want to be chilling back there with your soldier, with your Cassie on an off angle, that sort of thing. Your Widow who's gone aggressive, all those things. That would be better. That is going to help you survive more, and surviving is one of the things that you have to do to get value. Living is value in a lot of situations, and we'd like you to do a bit better job of that. That's probably the biggest thing, honestly, that I get into, sort of how much you're just in fights, allowing yourself to be taken down there. I would have said, hey, grab a couple more of those tempo reses, but it was just one or two, not a huge deal. Blue versus yellow beam. I mean, yes, there's room to improve for sure, but it wouldn't be a major takeaway for me here. I mean, you Guardian into fights a lot. Like, what do you want me to say? That is by far the thing to work on here if we're being serious. If we're not being serious, you're not tracking your ammo well enough. Like, you need to really internalize how long her weapon has to be put away for that reload to happen, because that reload happening is what matters. That reload happening is what gets you your weapon back. And it's okay to go for some of these, hey, I've got a cute off angle, I'm going to shoot from here, that sort of thing, or I'm going to just put some head damage projectile shots into them. Mercy does a surprising amount of damage, that sort of thing, but you need to not have 3 ammo, 5 ammo, that sort of thing when it happens. You also need to be more prepared to Guardian away from Sombras even as you're fighting them when they're going for that hack, where you're going, hey, I know that they have hack available, I might start shooting at them, but I'm also Guardian Angeling away immediately. I'm not Guardian Angeling in response to the hack, I am Guardian Angeling immediately if a Sombra shows up, and then while I'm getting pulled away by the Guardian Angel, I'm shooting at them, trying to hit my shots, that sort of thing. So basically, I'm the best Mercy player in this Discord, right? I think that's what I said. Mercedes agrees, yes, of course, by sole virtue of being male. Ooh. Since all OWL players except one are also male. I don't think that's how that works. But yeah, don't get yourself pulled into the fight as much. Seriously, watch yourself. You're stopping short in the open. That's silly when it would be easy to go past. You're spending too much time in fights. You're too willing to touch cart when you don't need to. You want to be outside of fights doing work, either reaching in with your beam or even better, pocketing someone on the outside, providing them value. Clinky actually had, he doesn't have the best aim in the world, but Clinky actually had decent positioning half the time that you'd have been perfectly happy to go help out, to go use, to go do that sort of stuff with. And you also had some weird stuff where, again, you wanted to go like into the fight and then go somewhere else as opposed to just take indirect routes to get to where you want to go, where it's like, hey, winning the game is going to be about getting control of this sort of thing. Or, ooh, that I hit a button that made this super swingy, wavy. Okay. Yeah. Or, you can super jump up here and then go across as opposed to guarding yourself into the cart, that sort of thing. But yeah, and then again, if you want to look at this from the meme standpoint, how do you blaster better? You got to track your ammo better. You got to, even if you're playing the meme blaster game, respect their Sombra a bit better. Time to not play Mercy for another month. Okay, that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Consider dropping a like, subscribing if you haven't already done so, and I will see you guys in the next one. I do believe we'll be doing another game review stream in 45 minutes. I believe I've got one scheduled for then. So see you guys then. Thanks. Temporal out.